Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single brand new Eclipse card from worst to best here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. They'll be pushed towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, we do have a bunch of new Eclipse cards. Unfortunately, this is not the strongest week in terms of non-gambling content. Yes, there are finally quote-unquote viable opals. Unfortunately, they all pretty much suck, especially Nash and IT. But even Domantas Sabonis, not that good. The pink diamonds aren't very good this week, and there's only 3, and then everybody else is gambling only. So, looks like Friday content is still going to be a disaster this season, which is going to mean that the ceiling on the season is severely capped. Luckily, there's a bunch of really elite free cards that I think will provide a decent amount of content. If the midweek content this season and the mode rewards continue to be good to elite, then the season will be okay-ish, because it's starting off on a decent foot in terms of the free rewards. It's just still terrible in terms of Friday content, in terms of the gambling. But if you can interact with this game without gambling, the game can still be pretty rewarding. It does look like right now. So with that being said, starting off at the number 13 spot, the worst card in this drop today is Isaiah Thomas. He's a 5'9" point guard who can't dunk the ball. That is all that needs to be said. He is horrifically small defensively. Obviously, he doesn't even have any defensive Hall of Fame badges. So the card is just super duper bad. On the defensive end, he's super small. He is not at all going to be able to hold his own at any level. He is the worst card from today's drop easily. He might be kind of fun to use. I'm sure I will try him out. I'm sure I'll do a video with him. Probably try to do the best we can, just have a good time and play with him. But I don't think he's very good at all. Another card who I don't think is very good from this drop, crazily enough, is Steve Nash, the other opal, number 12. I think he is the second worst card in this drop, which is crazy to say. But 6'3", 6'6" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, basically, yes. But 50 driving dunk. Basically can't dunk the ball at all either. Defensively, he's better than Isaiah, and he is 6'3", so he's got a little bit more size, but he's still small, still not an elite defender, and still can't dunk the ball at all. To me, that's pretty close to an unusable card at this point in the year, and so I think he is probably number 12. Number 11 is Scal, who also honestly is not very good. His release is pretty bad. He's got great shooting badges, but his release is not very good. So when you have great shooting badges and your release is not very good, kind of takes away from what he's best at. At least he's a versatile defender, though. 6'8", really versatile defender. 6'9". So he's got good defensive ability at the small forward position. Release just isn't very good. He's not much at all of a playmaker, but still not a very good card, and I think number 11 for him is totally fair. Number 10 is also Harold Miner, who also not very good. A 6'5" shooting guard, pretty small in his position. Super athletic, yes. He's got a couple decent shooting badges, a couple good playmaking badges. At least his gold badges are pretty good, but I will say the card's still not that great. Does not have a movable enforcer at all. He's undersized at shooting guard. He doesn't have great SIGs or a great release. I don't think. Oh, release is decent, but Levine Escape, undersized shooting guard, bad behind the back. Just card looks super mediocre. Doesn't look like he does anything particularly well. I think pretty fair to put him at number 10. Number 9 is going to be Domantas Sabonis, the other opal, who is a 7'1" center, 7'3" wingspan, so he's got decent size. Badge-wise, he's pretty good, I will say, but defensively, he doesn't have half anchor or brick wall, doesn't have half clamps. He's got a movable forcer, post lockdown, rebound chaser, so I guess that's nice. Playmaking badges are pretty good, but no half speed booster and no handles for days at all. Animation-wise, his release is on very quick, but his SIGs are still terrible, and he's got his fade on normal. This is definitely not a very good big man for an opal. He looks like, honestly, that Pau Gasol card that dropped a couple weeks ago, except probably worse. That is where I would put this Domantas Sabonis. Unfortunately, they add viable opals to packs, and now the opals suck. That is really lame, but I don't think Sabonis is very good either. Outside of that, at the numbers, sorry, I've done 5 cards so far. Trying to do the math. I guess that means that we are now at number 8. Yes, number 8 is going to be Rui Hachimura, the last of the non-gambling cards. Unfortunately, this week's non-gambling content just wasn't very good. Rui's actually pretty good. He doesn't have insane playmaking badges, but he's a good versatile defender, has every defensive badge in the game on at least gold, and some good hoffs like anchor, clamps, pass, feet, post, lockdown. Super athletic finisher with hoff bulldozer, fastest posterizer, precision dunker, and he's got a really nice release, and he's a great shooter. Card is good at the small forward position at 6'8" with 6'10" wingspan, versatile defender. Just doesn't have very good SIGs, basic dribble style, Levine Escape. Like, if he had slightly better SIGs and his release release was sped up, he'd truly be a really, really good small forward option, like a top tier option. But I think he's a pretty good card. But he is unfortunately not good enough to crack the gambling opals. Although he is probably pretty close to D-Rose. D-Rose, I think, is the worst of the gambling only cards. The Dark Matters. 6'3" with 6'8" wingspan. He's not awful, but he's just small. Is the main. Really, that's the main flaw. He's small, and I would say his release is not exceptional. He's got gold removal enforcer. His badges are super complete. He's a Dark Matter. He's got elite stats across the board, of course. Great card. Release off very quick. Isn't a great release, but it's not bad at all. Pro 2 fade. Top tier SIGs. Just unfortunately does not have elite level size. He's a good card, but he's just not insane, I think, at this point. So I think it's totally fair to put him in number 7. Number 6 is going to be Nick Young. This card is good. I mean, he has 92 speed, 97 3-ball, 95 driving dunk. Defensively, he's not special, though. Challenger off ball pass pogo stick. Doesn't have much defense. Gold anchor, clamps, fast feet, glove, interceptor is nice, I guess, but brick wall, he doesn't have. You need to add that. Movable enforcer can't get at all. And then playmaking badges are really good. Shooting badges are insane. Finishing badges are very good. He has a really nice release. Kobe fade's pretty good. But I will say his SIGs are not the best of the best. They're pretty good, but they're not unbelievably great. I think he'll be a pretty good card. I think he'll be a fun 3-hunter with an elite release. He's got Jamal Murray behind the back. Card is good, but he's not very, 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 very insane. He's not like top 5 from today's drop. And now we get into that top 5, starting with Jimmy Butler, who I do think is actually very good. 6'7" with 6'8" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere. Really, really good defender, of course, but also great offensively, fast, elite shooter, elite slasher, really complete, has almost every single important badge in the game on Hall of Fame, and he's a 6'7" shooting guard with a pretty good release. D-Book's fade is pretty good. I don't know how it's going to look with Jimmy's upper, but I think it's a very good fade. So if Jimmy's upper works well with the fade, it'll be a really nice fade. SIGs, though, are not like the best of the best, but they're not bad. I mean, Jimmy's escape isn't bad. Steph's dragback is good. If he's got a good behind the back, he's going to be a really solid card. I think top 5 on this drop is certainly fair. Jimmy looks really, really solid. Sean Kemp, 6'10", 7'1" wingspan, a small forward, has elite level size, elite athleticism, elite defense, and super solid playmaking shooting ability as well. Much better than you'd probably expect, but really, really good all-around card. Not only that, he's got pretty good SIGs. Kemba escape, MJ dribble style, hopefully a good behind the back, really nice, smooth, fast release. Normal fade is not the best of the best, but all-around stats and badges are phenomenal. Incredible size, and I think he's going to be a really fun, really good card at number 4. Number 3 is Larry Bird, surprisingly, but Larry is actually really good as well. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan at small forward. Defensively, he's super versatile and super good. He's got elite level shooting and really good finishing as well. Bulldozer, posterizer, precision dunker, whistle, all that type of stuff on Hoff. Elite shooting, of course, but then playmaking badges, blow by handles for days, speed booster, hyperdrive, all that type of stuff. Super complete badges. This is what Larry Bird should look like in my team. He's an absolute stud, and he's got a changed base even to his jump shot to speed up his jumper. Kyrie dribble style, Francis escape, Trey escape, Francis sides up. Probably Jamal Murray behind the back would be my guess. Hopefully it's Jamal Murray behind the back, and then Steph's drag back. He has top tier SIGs, top tier release. Like, Larry Legend looks really freaking good at small forward. I'm excited about that card. Kristaps Porzingis is the number 2 best card in today's drop. 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan at the center spot. Has incredible size. He's just a much better version of his Pink Diamond, which was still a great card. Super duper complete badge-wise across the board. Playmaking-wise, can actually put the ball on the floor pretty well, although he could use some added badges, especially handles for days. Shooting is elite. Finishing is very good. 97 3-ball, 95 standing, 85 driving dunk. Kobe dribble style is pretty good. His SIGs are not the greatest, but they don't really need to be at 7'3" at center. Really nice, easy, fast release. KP's going to be great. He's an amazing card. His Pink Diamond is still elite, and this is a much, much better card. Definitely one of the best cards in today's drop. I think he's the second best. But the best is obviously 100 overall Giannis, even though this card is going to basically not exist. He is the best card from today's drop. A 7-foot small forward with perfect stats and pretty close to perfect badges, as well as his release on very quick and perfect SIGs. He's about as good as it is going to get at the small forward position for the rest of the year as a 7-footer. The card will basically not exist, which is a good thing, but again, as always, I hate the fact that excuse me, y'all. I hate the fact that the gambling only content kind of ruins this game and rules this game right now. And this week is definitely not a good example of that. Luckily, the free rewards in Season 6 are insane, because otherwise we would not be looking at many bright spots right now in terms of this game. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.